A few days ago, police and correctional services unions slammed the state for not consulting them before the lockdown, resulting in confusion and a lack of proper protective gear. Unions representing the police, prison officials and traffic officers criticised the government for not providing them with adequate protection against COVID-19 coronavirus infections as they go about their duties during the national lockdown. And we want to hear now if their concerns were adequately addressed. Now, Tumelo Mogodiseng is the General Secretary of the South African Police Union. He joins us now via Skype. Tumelo, very good evening to you. Thanks for joining us and a warm welcome to the Globe.
Evening, Simpiwe.
Were your concerns addressed, and do we know if there is a plan in place by the government authorities, to ensure that those plans, those concerns are actually addressed?
Yes, we can confirm that our plans were addressed, our concerns were also addressed. However, there is no enough stock at ground level, but we are part of the steering committee where we are sitting with management. They report on daily basis about the distribution of all the protective gears to our members at ground level. In some instances, we find that some of these gears are not on the standard that is required. For example, you find your wipes that are not in the correct standard. But as Labour, we are sitting there to make sure that everything that is delivered to members is correct and is according to the standard, and we reject anything that is not according to the standard. We are not going to compromise the safety of our members.
Be more specific, if you can, Tumelo, with regards to when you say those concerns have been addressed. What is it in particular that has been addressed, and what is it that you are looking for from the government authorities?
Initially, we visited some stations and we found our members with nothing at all. But after we've engaged management, we saw some movements. There were some deliveries at station level. The gloves were delivered, the masks were delivered. We can safely say for now, yes, there are some efforts done by management, even though it is not enough because we want more and more for our members.
Have there been any reports of police infections so far?
Yes, so far at the steering committee, there were 4 cases that were reported of the infections of 4 members of the police.
Right, now we've seen reports doing the rounds that the Gauteng Provincial Police Department had refused to accept hand sanitizers donated by AfriForum. Is there any credence to those reports?
From the National Steering Committee, we can confirm that we have not received the report. We only saw on media and the response from the minister that they wanted the AfriForum to follow the correct procedure. But we also want to call on the minister to say, look, anything that is important for the safety of our members, it is welcome, so long it is from a reputable company. All what we need, we also need a society to support the safety of the police officers. Remember that the police officers are at the forefront. So we need to make sure that our members are protected before they can protect the society. So we are not just going to reject whatever offering we are getting from the society for political reasons. But we encourage all those who want to come and donate to follow the correct procedures so that our members at the end are protected.
Right, and because AfriForum is now arguing that the police force and by extension the government of South Africa is now playing politics and putting politics above the health and the safety of its officers. What kind of regulations or precautions are these? I mean, you said that Police Minister Pegicele said that the proper procedures have to be followed. What procedures are these?
Procedures they have to via through logistics, and logistics have to check whatever is provided to members. Like we said at the steering committee that we don't want to compromise. For an example, your sanitizers, we need to make sure that they are 70% alcohol based. So I don't want to dwell much into the politics between the minister and AfriForum. All what we are concerned as the union is that anything is welcome that will deal with the safety of our members from any organization that is reputable.
And we've seen on social media and on other platforms some of your members and some of the members of the South African Police Services violating people's rights, making them doing, things that are untenable with regards to enforcing the lockdown regulations. What's your response to that?
As SAPU, we strongly condemn the alleged brutality by our members. It's important that we also warn our members that professional policing is a must for a better country. We can't be reminded of the dark days when the police were regarded as the enemy of the society. And we call upon our members that they are in charge and they're supposed to guide soldiers, that you can't enforce the law at the same time breaking the very same law. So we need to make sure that our society is protected. You find some instances where the society really, situations force them to be on the street. It is upon the police to educate the society about the risk that they are imposing to others by being on the street. And also we like to call upon the citizens, also please stay at home and don't provoke the soldiers and the police. As a union, we strongly condemn the alleged. However, we are not so sure about the originality of those videos. We need to check and make sure that these videos are not photoshops, but we are not protecting anything. For police brutality is unacceptable.
You speak of people, you're advising people against provoking the police. But from what we've seen, well, if those videos are anything to go by, we've seen police going into people's yards, within the confines of their own homes and attacking those people. If these are true, it certainly negates the great work that the police service has been doing. So if they are found to be guilty, what should be done? What kind of punitive action should be applied to those?
There are platforms where the community can go. You find your IPIT. If it happens that the police officers are breaking the law, the society is welcome to go and lay charges at the IPIT, and the IPIT will investigate the matter and make sure whether these videos are not photoshops and whatsoever. When it comes to military, there's a military ombudsman. So the society has a platform where they can go and lay charges.
So are police members taking the necessary precautions, including social distancing?
Look, it's a worrying factor for us as a union. When we're going around the station, some of the members are ignorant. They are not doing that. And we have been advising them to say, look, this virus doesn't know uniform. You need to make sure that you follow all the protocols. We as a responsible union, our shop stewards are at ground level to make sure that we also do our part to educate our members. And we would like to call upon our members to say, please make sure that you wear your gloves, you wear your mask, you sanitize. Let us be safe. We don't want to see ourselves in a situation that within a short period of time, the whole police service is quarantined because of us failing to protect ourselves.
It's quite ironic that you are admitting that some of your members, the members of the police services, are quite ignorant with regards to some of these regulations, yet they are the ones who are attacking members of and citizens of the country for not adhering, for quote-unquote ignorant of these regulations.
No, there's a difference here on this issue. We are referring to the safety of the members by obeying the disaster management that was called by the president of the country. And hence I'm saying some of the members at station level, they are not yet there on compliance. You find themselves, some of them wearing the mask. It's about awareness. You find them, some of them wearing gloves. After that, they are scratching their faces. That is the risk that is posed. That is why we are saying awareness and awareness. They are wearing the gloves, all the safety things, but the issue is about awareness of these protocols. But the citizens at the street, they are supposed to obey the laws by the president of this country. It is the duty of the police officers to make sure that we protect the society.
Well, Tumelo Mogodiseng, General Secretary of the South African Police Union, joining us via Skype. Thank you so much for your time. Much appreciated.
Thank you very much, Simpio.
And we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.